Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 16th day of May, 2021, I'd like to tell you about something that's going on this evening between 8:30 and 9:30. Hopefully Gunny will be able to make it, but he and I are co-hosting a live stream this evening, and you're more than welcome to join us. We're going to be doing a Q&A session, so that ought to be fun, and we'll be getting to know each other a little bit better. So we're going to join the community and check that out. It ought to be a lot of fun. Next thing I want to do is talk to you about the live spot prices. So I'll go over here to JMBullion. They're not live just yet, but they will later on this afternoon, probably around 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so next thing we do here is go to Coin World. There's an article dated May 14, 2021 by Paul Gilkes, and the name of the article is Federal Reserve Limits Coin Orders as Mint Works to Meet the Demand. So it looks like we're going to be headed into coin shortage 2.0, right? And the picture on this article is the brand new quarter of General George Washington crossing the Delaware. So that is a beautiful coin, very popular coin, and I wouldn't be surprised if you haven't seen it out in the wild yet. So the U.S. Mint's increased production of coins for general circulation is struggling to keep pace with public demand, forcing the Federal Reserve to limit orders from its customers, especially for dimes and quarter dollars. The Federal Reserve is monitoring its inventories to determine whether order limits will be extended to cents and 5-cent coins as well. So there you go. That could be all of our circulating coins right there. 2 and 2 is 4. We got 4 circulating coins because the 50-cent pieces and the Sacagawea dollars aren't really in the wild anymore, I don't think. Next thing here is the Federal Reserve is the United States Mint's lone customer for coins to be released into general circulation from the Philadelphia and Denver Mint's production. The two mint facilities have struck 2 quarter dollars in 2021 for use in commerce. The first one is the 2021 Tuskegee Airmen National Historic Site quarter dollar, and that's the 56th and final release under the America the Beautiful Quarters program. And then the second one this year is the 2021 General George Washington crossing the Delaware quarter dollar. And these coins are hot. If you even go to eBay right now and look at the sales, they are constant. They are solid. And it's about $20 per roll. That's a really good deal, actually. That's not bad. Anything less than $20 a roll, I think is a good deal, because that's about the going rate here. So look at that P&D under that. But they're brisk. They're very brisk sales. And that's why I think that a lot of people will be collecting these, and they're not going to make it out into the wild at all. And you'll be lucky to find them. The Federal Reserve first placed depository institutions on allocation in June 2020 because not enough coinage was flowing back to the banks from retail establishments, whose businesses was impacted by COVID-19 pandemic restrictions. The Federal Reserve's Cash Product Office then partnered with the U.S. Mint to alleviate the perceived circulating U.S. coin shortages and distribution problems caused by the COVID-19 restrictions. After several months, the coin shortfalls and distribution channels appeared to be stabilized and allocations were lifted. However, after a relatively stable first quarter of 2021, coin orders from depository institutions began to increase in March, with the most dramatic increase seen in the first 2 weeks of April, according to the Federal Reserve's Cash Product Office. In addition, coin deposits to the reserve banks have been on a slow decline since January. Did you hear that? So they're going out, but they're not coming in. For this reason, the Federal Reserve issued notice that, beginning with circulating coinage orders set for pickup by depository institutions on May 3rd, the number of dimes and quarter dollars would be restricted. The Cash Product Office notice explained further what initially appeared to be the normal seasonal increases in coin orders typical in the spring has developed into a sustained trend that significantly exceeds typical seasonal patterns. And that is the truth. So here we go again. The U.S. Mint continues to produce new coins at increased production levels. However, increased demand from depository institutions is outpacing U.S. Mint production and resupply available from low rates of deposits, resulting in the Federal Reserve's coin inventory being reduced to below normal levels. And I'm going to skip to how allocation works, but I will leave a link in the description below, and you can check that out. It says here, the U.S. Mint has not disclosed whether it is considering requiring the San Francisco and West Point mints to begin producing more coins for circulation. The San Francisco Mint has been striking circulation quality quarter dollars for numismatic sales above face value, but not for release into commerce. The West Point Mint also produced a combined 10 million of the 5 America the Beautiful quarter dollars in 2019 for circulation release to stimulate the collecting community and raise interest in U.S. coins. But those 2019 W coins were expected to be pulled from circulation as collectibles. Bam, that's so true. West Point Mint output in 2020 included another 10 million of that year's 5 quarter dollars for the same purpose. And now the U.S. Mint has so far chosen not to resume circulating quarter dollar production at West Point. But that doesn't mean it won't. Now I'd like to take you over here to the San Francisco Mint Wikipedia page, and there's a blue highlighted area that I'm going to read to you. It says the new mint was opened in 1937 and beginning in 1955, circulating coinage from San Francisco was suspended for 13 years. In 1968, it took over most proof coinage production from the Philadelphia Mint, but continued striking a supplemental circulating coinage from 1968 through 1974. And I think that's what might happen this year. Since 1975, the San Francisco Mint has been used almost exclusively for proof coinage, with the exception of the Susan B. Anthony dollar from 79 to 81. A portion of the mintage of cents in the early 80s and circulation strike America the Beautiful quarters marked with an S mint mark and only issued for collectors since 2020. So there you go. They've done it before, and they could do it again. And this here, this is on U.S. Coins Guide, a guide to West Point Mint coins. What coins does the West Point Mint make? Are they rare? How much are they worth? So we go down here to that particular sip. Right here it is. Here's a list of the coins made at the West Point Mint. Bolded series are coins that are or have been regularly produced by the West Point Mint. So bold here, 1973 to 1986, but you'd never know it. No mint mark. And then Washington quarters from 77 to 79. That's amazing. That's incredible. And they do supplementals here and here. So I think it'd be really incredible to do these supplementals this time around because they're not hitting their marks. This is the 2021 Circulating Coins Coin Production chart. And if you compare it to last year's, you can actually see that there really isn't an equal amount being produced of each. You can just divide these by the 12, divide these probably by 4.5, and you'll see which ones are lacking. And it is clearly the 2021. So here we go again, folks, with the 2.0 corn shortage. How does that feel? And I know some of you are already feeling it. I think Gunny told me he was unable to get a box, or he did get a box and they asked for it back or something. I don't remember the story exactly, but that's very interesting. So if y'all are having this experience out in the wild trying to pick up boxes of quarters or dimes, let me know in the comment section below. And, also in that article, it said that they were looking at the Lincoln cents and the Jefferson nickels as limiting those orders too. And if they do limit those two, we know that those two in particular are the closest to sound money because of the metal content in the coins. It's remarkable. But they could just stop making coins altogether and go digital next year, right? Who knows? If this keeps being challenging for them, the Mint could just say, you know what, we're just going to focus on numismatic product and everybody gets a debit card. You never know. That would be kind of exciting. But listen, folks, I want to thank you all for stopping by today. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear to see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.